Hey guys, it's Pink Lunatic, and today I'll be talking about what I'd like to see in the new Pokemon Sword and Shield game. So, as you know guys, it has been a while since I last uploaded a video. Reason being is a lot has been happening in my personal life. So I was in the process of moving, and of course at some point I was working 2 jobs, so yeah, I do apologise about that. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. You probably want to hear what I want to talk about. Well, I hope you do. I hope that's the reason you clicked on the video. So first and foremost, please no firefighting final evolution for this game. We have had far too many of these. I do not want to see another one. It's just kind of like boring at this point. Like when we first saw Blaziken, because that was like the first firefighting Pokemon, it was like this is really cool. And then Infernape was still pretty cool because it was a fire monkey. And then they did it with Emboar, and it was just like really, and Emboar, like, oh, it's just ugly anyway. Which leads on to my next point. No ugly final evolutions. Oh my god, like some of the, like Emboar was just actually just a bit grim, I'm not gonna lie. It just, for me, it was just like, oh really? Does it have to look this ugly? I think that was probably the only really, you know, Incineroar I'm not particularly a fan of the design, but I think that's because like I'm a massive fan of cats, and seeing a really cute little cat turn into this like walking, like 2-legged, weird looking beast, yeah, I wasn't a fan with that. I can see why people like it though. I wouldn't say it was a bad design, and I wouldn't say it was ugly either. It's just, I just think that it was kind of disappointing for me. And please do not bring back HMs. Like, everyone can agree with me on this one, like literally everyone. They were such a waste of move. It was just like you'd have this random like Bellsprout or Rattata or whatever Pokemon in your party with this one pathetic move that you could not like get rid of unless you saw this like magical move deleter guy. It's just like really pointless, and like the things like Rock Smash, it was incredibly weak. For a really, like, it sounds like it'd be incredibly strong, do you know what I mean? Like Rock Smash, and it was just like completely pathetic. It was just like, and you'd need it everywhere. Like Cut and Rock Smash were the ones you needed the most, and Strength, and it's like Strength is just a bit like naff too, do you know what I mean? And it was just like, I don't want to have this random move on my Pokemon that I'm never going to use, don't want to use until I get this awkward rock in the middle of nowhere. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and on to my next point, friendly rivals. I want to see more friendly rivals. No, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. Just give us back Blue. Give us back Silver. They had swag. They had sass. That's what I need in a Pokemon game sometimes. I don't want my rivals turning up with a bouquet of flowers every 5 minutes and a revival. Like, you're supposed to be trying to like bring me down, and I'm supposed to want to fight you and win. Not be like, oh yeah, this guy is going to give me my Master Ball. I think it's, you know, a more memorable experience as well when you can hate your rival. I mean, who is that random blonde-haired guy? I think maybe in the Sinnoh? Or was it Unova? I can't remember. Who was your rival in... Oh god. I am a terrible Pokemon fan. But seriously, that goes to show, like, the most memorable ones for me are Gladion. Like, who does not remember Like, Gladion was just edgy. Like, he was edgelord. Silver and, like, Blue, like, you can't forget them. You just can't forget them. There's something about them, they have so much character, and I think that's why we tend to not really want the friendly rivals as much, because you just don't really remember that they're there half the time. Like, for example, Silver, he was like one of the most memorable rivals ever. I mean, you don't forget when a rival goes into the Pokemon lab and steals a Pokemon. You don't forget that, do you know what I mean? Like, but you do forget when your rival gives you a Pokeball or a potion, unless it's a Master Ball, but still, you get that in every game, so, you know. I really want the feature of Pokemon Ami, was it Ami to return. One of the reasons is, I think, is, you know, as any Pokemon fan, regardless of how old you are, like, being able to stroke your Sylveon, pet your Charizard, feed your Charizard, feed your Kyogre, feed your Celebi, your Rayquaza, your god knows what. Like, being able to just interact with them, like, it brings you, it just kind of, it makes you feel in a weird way closer to your Pokemon. And I know it's not real, but it's you know, you really do connect with the Pokemon, I think. I mean, come on, who does not want to pet, like, their Charizard or their Dragonite, or their, like, Eevee, or their Raichu? Like, it just makes sense to me to have something like that in the game. Like, it's been there from X and Y to Sun and Moon, so it's, I don't know, it's not hard. And my next point is Pokemon following you. We had that feature return in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Now, considering what I've seen in the trailer so far, I do have my doubts that the Pokemon following you feature will return. I will be quite disappointed if this doesn't return. Again, it's kind of similar to the Pokemon Ami feature. You do sort of feel more immersed in the game. Like, I'm living my best life with my Raichu is following me behind. Like, it sounds stupid as a 25-year-old woman, but yeah, my Raichu following me and running after me, like, in Viridian Forest is the best thing ever. I don't know why, but yeah. And being able to ride your Charizard, like, flying through God knows where, riding on your Rapidash, having a Rattata follow you, having your Butterfree follow you, it does really just improve the experience, I think, in the whole game. As I said with the Pokemon Ami feature, I think, you know, it just helps you feel immersed in the game, and yeah, it kind of brings that Pokemon trainer feel to life. Like, you kind of actually feel like you're a Pokemon trainer. Do you know what I mean? And I think that experience is really important. Like, it sounds like such a silly feature, like, oh, but I want my Pokemon to follow me, and people are like, oh, well, that, you know, that doesn't make the game good. And it's like, yeah, but it does sort of, it really does improve the experience. Do you know what I mean? It really does, in my opinion. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver will always be one of my favourite games just for that feature. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really does improve the experience, in my opinion. It's such a simple mechanic that's not even, like, you know, but it just helps. Yeah, it's just something I really want to see return. Obviously, I have my doubts with the trailer. It just, you know, we haven't seen anything so far, and I feel like with that kind of feature, they would have wanted to show it off. Moving on to my next point, the next thing I want to see is a lot more exploration. Now, okay, so think about the game Breath of the Wild, for example. Breath of the Wild, like, it was massive. You can go anywhere at any point at any time, and the exploration in that game was phenomenal. I will say that I don't think Pokemon should be quite that level. I will say now, I don't expect to come into a Pokemon game and, you know, miles and miles and miles, mountains of whatever. But if I see something on the same level of exploration as, like, say, Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Sun and Moon, it would be very disappointing. And the reason I say that is because you think about the concept of Pokemon. You're catching monsters and you're discovering places, you're discovering new Pokemon, new things. So I think when you think about it, when you're a trainer and you're hunting for mythical creatures, you would expect some level of exploration in that game. So to me, it doesn't really make sense when you're constantly forcing people to go down a very, very linear path. Now, I know that the game is going to have a lot of linearity. I don't know if I said that right. I do apologise. I can't always English. It feels, yeah. But I don't know, when you know, I kind of want to go down a path and get a little bit lost, you know? I kind of want to, like, not be forced to go down one path or maybe two paths in a forest. I kind of just want to sort of divert as in my own choice. So, I don't know, it's just a bit weird when, yeah. And on to my next hope, a new feature for the game. So, we're probably going to get a new feature. The rumours have it that it's going to be something to do with Armoured Evolution. That's a rumour though, that is completely rumour. So obviously Sun and Moon, we had Z moves. In Pokemon X and Y, we had Mega Evolution. I wasn't, you know, overly hot on the Z moves. I wouldn't say that they were particularly a bad feature, they were just a bit, yeah. when it came to Mega Evolution, I really liked that idea. The most disappointing thing though, however, is that I think a lot of the Mega Evolutions were sort of well deserved, but there were a couple of Mega Evolutions where I'm just like, really? Like, you could have given it to something like Flygon, do you know what I mean? One of my biggest problems is making a really, really strong Pokemon even stronger, and I'm just like, but you've got these like mediocre Pokemon that you could really like bring out, and this would like really change the competitive scene, do you know what I mean? When you're already bringing out a Pokemon that's already really strong, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. I do enjoy online battling, but my biggest issue with it is you always see the same Pokemon used over and over again, which, you know, I just think that there needs to be a feature that sort of allows the weaker Pokemon to sort of become more powerful, rather than being like, these Pokemon are already really strong, we're going to make them even stronger. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. Please feel free to drop a comment down below on your opinions on this as well, and I do apologise in advance. Well, it's not really advance, is it, because you're at the end of the video, probably. I do apologise for the shaky camera. So yeah, thank you very much.